Today's Tuesday, which means that it's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping on eBay, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace. As always, I'm your host, Paul J Lipsky. So this is a pretty casual hour where we can just hang out. You can ask me any questions that you want about making money online, whether that's related to eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, dropshipping, YouTube, affiliate marketing, whatever it is. And I will do my best to answer those questions for you and be as transparent about it as I can. So let's jump into the chat right away and I'll start answering these questions for you guys. And if you guys are enjoying the video, be sure to please hit that thumbs up button. Now, before I jump into the chat, I do want to make one quick announcement. My newest version of the Chrome extension that we developed to help you dropship on the Facebook Marketplace is now live in the Chrome store. That will be linked up in the description. It's called the Marketplace Helper. And I'll be making a full video about this later in the week so you can see what all the features are to help you dropship on the Facebook Marketplace effectively, very quickly, using this powerful software. So let me jump in and see what questions people have. So Mohammed says, hey, I want to know how I can join the Facebook dropshipping course. So I do have a course that teaches you how to dropship on the Facebook Marketplace. Now that course is currently closed for enrollment. I'm only going to open it a few times a year. And the reason for that is because all the students that are going through that, I'm doing group coaching with them as they go through the program. So I want to make sure that it has to be closed at some point, because then if you join in the middle, then you get in the middle of the training, so it doesn't work. So in addition to it being a traditional online course where you can just watch videos whenever you want, it's really more than that, because we're giving you that additional training, helping you through the process to help ensure your success. And there are some really exciting things happening for any of you that are members of that course, some big changes that no one else is doing in this kind of arena. So if you're already a member, stay tuned for that. And anyone who's interested, keep an eye out on YouTube, on my Instagram, sign up for my email list. There'll be a, if you go to the description, there's a free ebook that you can get, and that also puts you on the wait list. And then I'll email you as soon as it is open for enrollment. Sandra wants to know if we should ship internationally or to the Virgin Islands. Or I guess is a question, to the Virgin Islands. So the type of drop shipping that I teach is to drop ship onto marketplaces. So what we're doing is we are listing items up for sale on marketplaces, websites like eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace. Then once the item sells, we then turn it around and buy it from someone else, and they ship it directly to the customer. That's what drop shipping is. So that means you don't need to hold any inventory. Now, the only place that I sell internationally is on eBay. Because with eBay, they make it really easy to ship your items overseas using the global shipping program. So that's the only way that I do it. The logistics are very easy, much less complicated than it would be if you're trying to ship internationally some other ways. So yes, we do ship internationally, but only through the eBay global shipping program. Hey, thanks for being here. So you only have to upload the tracking numbers directly to eBay. So we use Autods to help us manage our eBay stores. So what Autods will do is we've listed up an item for sale on eBay. And if the price changes on our supplier's website, if the item goes out of stock on our supplier's website, Autods will update that automatically on eBay for us so that we don't sell an item that's out of stock. We don't sell an item for a low price when it's now a higher price at the supplier level. So Autods is great for that. And it also has the ability to upload tracking numbers, or to put tracking numbers in there. I just upload tracking numbers directly to eBay. That way I know it's in there and it works really well, like that. Do I use Dropshipping? I didn't even think that was around anymore. That was a software that, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I could be wrong about this, but if it's the one I'm thinking of, that existed maybe like 2 years ago, and I didn't think it was still around. But maybe they updated it. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Danny, what's up? Danny says, hey, Paul, really looking forward to your live. Decided to get back into dropshipping, after trying it a few years ago. Your videos are always my go-to. Thanks, Danny. Really appreciate that, man. And yeah, check out some of these videos because I make them every single week for you guys. Try to teach you about dropshipping. All right, question about Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. Can you sell all over the country, or do you have to choose one location? So the answer is you can sell all over the country. So on Facebook Marketplace, the way it used to work was you would list up an item for sale, and then the only people who would see that item were people who were close enough geographically where they could meet up with you in person. So if you were in LA, and you listed the item as in LA, then only people in LA would see that item, okay? Now, when we list items, we're able to market that to people all over the United States because when people buy it from us, we're not going to meet up with them in person and hand them the item. We are going to ship the item to them wherever they are. So yeah, we can ship all over the United States. The items are available all over the United States, and we can market to those customers. So that greatly increases the capabilities of Facebook Marketplace in a way that just didn't exist before. Okay. So stealth accounts can get really complicated. I suggest you find some sort of guide to teach you how to do it that kind of walks you through it because they can get very complicated and there's a lot of steps involved to make sure that you do them right. So if you're not familiar with what stealth accounts are, basically on eBay, you are allowed to have multiple accounts. So let's say you have account number 1 and account number 2. That's totally fine on eBay. They allow that. But if account number 1 gets banned or suspended, then there's a good chance account number 2 will. Not necessarily. Sometimes they'll just ban one account, but they do have the right to ban both accounts. And the way that they link up those two accounts, the way that they know that those two accounts are both yours, they look at things like the name of the account, the phone number, the address, things like that. If enough of that information matches, then when account number 1 gets banned, account number 2 would get banned as well. Which also means that if you try to open account number 3, they're not going to let you. They're going to say, hey, you've already been banned on eBay, so you're not allowed to open an account, including this new account. So what do you do if you've been banned? Well, again, this is rare circumstance. It doesn't happen to a lot of people, but if it does happen, then you want to create one of these stealth accounts. And a stealth account is an account like it's up here, right? We'll call it account number 4, but eBay doesn't know that it's related to account number 1, account number 2, and account number 3. It has all new information. So it's completely isolated from the others, and then eBay will let that account continue because they don't know that the owner of that account, which is you, that you've been banned. So as you can imagine, it can get pretty complicated to run one of those accounts because you do have to make sure that you are really careful, because if you slip up, then eBay will realize it's you and then ban that account as well. So big question I get is, do I need a stealth account? Really, the answer is no. For most people out there, you don't need a stealth account. You only really need it if you've been banned, which is rare, and if you haven't been able to get your account back from being banned, which is even more rare. But it does happen to some people, and then you want to do that. Nice, Paul says, I just had my first multi-order day yesterday. I sold a coffee table tonight. So for the first time since starting my dropshipping journey, I had at least one sale 2 days in a row. So big congratulations to Paul. Not me, the other Paul. Actually, we'll give him a round of applause there. So congrats. Hey, what's up, Jameson? Mark, back in the house. Yeah, doing great, man. Thanks for asking. This live is a little bit later than I normally do my lives. I do them every Tuesday, but the time's been varying because I've been traveling and in different time zones. So that makes it a little bit hard to do it at the same time every single week. But I will be doing it every Tuesday at some point. So the AquaponicsGuy wants to know, how can I make sure that people outside the lower 48 states cannot buy what I have for sale on eBay? So there is a setting on eBay that will, inside your business policies, that will determine, you could put in there, hey, I don't ship to these locations. I don't want any buyers from these locations. And if you set that up correctly, then people won't be able to buy from you if they're outside the lower 48 states. So that's what I would do. Hey, what's up, Dad? I thought you'd be asleep by now. Okay. Brian wants to know how variations work on AutoDS. So if you don't know what variations are, let me find an example for you. Yeah, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to check to make sure my internet was fast enough for a live stream. It's always the first thing I do. But it looks like it's okay. Okay, let me find a good variation. And now I will share my screen. All right, so here I am on Walmart, obviously. And this is a chair. It's a Mainstays large saucer chair. This is it right here. But it comes in all these different colors. Pink, purple, black, gray, navy, and white. These ones are out of stock, but these ones aren't. These are called variations. So when you sell an item on eBay, let's see if we can find this one. eBay. And we will search for it. Sometimes you can buy it in a different color. It will give you the option to see all the colors. These people are not doing that. So I'm not seeing it. Well, I was trying to find a quick example, but it's basically the same thing where you can then buy this on eBay for different colors, which means, yeah, you can also list it up with all these colors, with all these different variations, and you are able to do that on eBay. Hey, Jason from Saratoga Springs Resort in Disney World. Dropshipping has me on a family vacation this week. Awesome. Listen to Paul, a little hustle, a little work, it works. Thanks, Jason, for the vote of confidence. Those of you who don't know, I do like Disney World. I do like the theme parks. We are annual pass holders for Universal Studios. We may do Disney when we go back to Florida. We go back to Florida every winter. But yeah, so we love the theme parks. We were at the RV park in Disney World, which is what's it called? Fort Wilderness. That was really cool. That was a really cool place to be. And now I'm all the way on the West Coast. So that's what having online businesses has enabled me to do. Travel around the country full time. And now I'm by the other Disney. I'm by Disneyland right now. So it's pretty awesome. All right. Can I talk about gift cards? Do they still work? Because in the UK, I think Amazon finally got enough of us and they're bringing down the gift card. Accounts go down left and right. So let me give you a little bit of history on gift cards. So, and how we use them for drop shipping. Obviously, a gift card is, normally you would go to the store, buy a gift card and give it to someone as a gift instead of cash, right? Yeah, you know what a gift card is. But the way they worked in drop shipping was, see, people would get these gift cards. Like maybe some 16-year-old would get a Home Depot gift card from his grandmother for his birthday. And he'd be like, what do I want a Home Depot gift card for? I'm 16 years old. So then he would go and sell it to these websites that would buy gift cards. So maybe it was like $100 gift card. The website would sell it to him for $70. And then they would go around and sell it to us, drop shippers, for like $85, right? So now we're getting 15% off, okay? So that if we buy enough of these gift cards, then we're making extra 15% profit margin on all of our items because we're able to get these discounted gift cards. Well, as you can imagine, as time went on and more people started doing this, the discount became less and less and less and less. Went from like 20% down to 15 to 10. Eventually, it was just a few percent, which did make a difference with high volume, but didn't seem to be worth it as much. So then all of a sudden, these gift cards started to come out of the woodwork that all of a sudden did have a big discount again. And there was a lot of them. And that's where things started to get sketchy. Because if people are offering you gift cards at a really high percentage off, like 50, 40, 30% off, and they're telling you like you have to use this gift card really quickly, and they're telling you have to pay with like Bitcoin, I don't know. Sounds too good to be true. Sounds a little bit sketchy to me. And I think that that may have been the case because a lot of those gift cards would stop working. Amazon would like shut them down. Same thing with other websites like Home Depot. So I don't know. My best advice is like to stay away from that stuff, right? It sounds too good to be true. Like, where are they getting these gift cards from for such a high discount? I don't know. Sounds a little sketchy to me. So I think that's the bigger concern really right there, which is why I don't really talk about gift cards anymore, because I don't want anyone to fall into something like that where it just doesn't really seem worth it to me. There are plenty of other ways to make money drop shipping. You don't need to mess around with that stuff. Do I have any idea why my Facebook Marketplace account doesn't offer the shipping option? Yeah, Matt. So remember I mentioned before in this video that we can now list items onto Facebook, and they can be available to buyers all across the United States. That's possible because Facebook now offers the option to ship, for us to ship our items to our customers. Not every account has that option. If you have it, it's called the shipping option. Now, the reason people would have it and not have it. So new Facebook accounts will not have the shipping option. Okay. Also, if you've ever violated any sort of rules on Facebook, you will not have the shipping option as well. And really the rules are that would get you banned from the shipping option would be if you ran ads on Facebook and you got your ads account shut down, then you also will not be able to offer the shipping option. So if that's you, if you've been banned from running ads, then you can appeal it, get that account back, don't run ads on it, and just use it and get the shipping option. If you have a new account, then you just have to wait. You can still list items onto Facebook Marketplace and not offer the shipping option. So I would do that, use the account, and then the shipping option should be unlocked after some time. Yeah, I mean, I use Autods. That's the one I recommend. So I mentioned Autods before. It's the software that will reprice items and restock them. Autods is not the only software out there that does that. It's just personally the one that I think is the most user-friendly. I also recommend you use a non-API software, which Autods has that option. So yeah, you can use Autods for that if you want to. Bless you. Hey, Mike, what's up? Welcome to the marketplace. All right. I love your Chrome extension. I'm having trouble with photos on Home Depot not uploading. Is this normal? No. So first, Jay, what you should do is make sure you have the latest version. The latest version just went live today. So I forget how to update a Chrome extension. I think you can like control click it, right click it, and then you can even just remove it and then go back and reinstall it. Because I would get the latest version. That might help. But also, if you are still having trouble, just email us, paul@pauljlipsky.com. Or better yet, inside the Chrome extension, when you click on it, there will be a button down at the bottom that says submit a ticket. Let me show you, Jay. So here we are on Chrome. So I click the Chrome extension, and then you can click on the bottom where it says submit a ticket. Even if you're not logged in, you can do that. And then you can enter your name, email, and question, comment, suggestion. Now, I got to update this because if you do have any trouble with a certain item, also put the link to that item. And ideally, a screenshot as well. So I need to figure out how you can upload a screenshot. But the best thing to do is at least give us the link to the item. And if you want to submit that sooner, you could just use a Chrome extension called Lightshot, which will allow you to take a Chrome extension and give you a link to it. And so then you can link that up in the comment that you send us. Yeah, but we do take those support tickets. We want to make the software better. What's a better supplier, Walmart Plus or Amazon Prime? Amazon Prime, because Walmart Plus they're not very reseller friendly, dropshipper friendly. So they may shut down your Walmart Plus account. They won't shut down your Walmart account, but they may shut down your Walmart Plus account. Amazon, we've been using Amazon Prime to dropship for a long time with no issues, so it's safer in that way. Yeah, but eBay, so Andrea says, will having multiple accounts not work anymore because eBay wants our bank account number? Yeah, but again, we've been allowed to have multiple accounts on eBay for a long time. The only time that's going to be an issue is if you're using stealth accounts. But for most of us, that's not an issue. You can have multiple accounts under the same name. Okie dokie. How do I feel about boosting items on Facebook versus promoted on eBay? On eBay, it's tricky because on eBay, you can do promoted listings, but for some people, it makes your listings do worse, and for some people, it makes their listings do better. I'm not going to get into why that is exactly, but that's the way it is. There is a reason for it, but it's kind of complicated. So, long story, something eBay changed a few years ago that makes zero sense. The best advice, all you got to know is that run a promoted listing campaign for all your items. Put all your items into promoted listing, run it at like 1 or 2%. If your sales get worse, turn it off. If your sales get better, then leave it on and keep playing with it. Okay? Because like I said, some people, it makes it worse. Elena O'Brien says, hey, Paul, or hi, Paul, can you tell your story how you quit your 9-to-5 job and switch to a full-time online business? Any time management tips? I struggle finding time every day as I work 8 to 14 hours a day. Wow. Well, okay. Yeah, so I started dropshipping actually in like 2016 is when I started trying, and I wasn't doing very well with it at the time. So I tried things like Shopify, that didn't work. I tried affiliate websites, that didn't work. And eventually in January of 2017, I discovered eBay dropshipping. Now the really cool thing about it was that I saw success with it right away. I started making sales right away. And I was at least making some money every month, though it wasn't a ton. Especially when you consider how much time I was putting into it, I wasn't making a ton of money. But I was making sales and I was making some money, so it was motivating me. So at the time, I was working a 9-to-5 job as a lawyer in New York City. So I would do this in the morning, I would do this during my lunch break, and I would do this at night and on the weekends. And it was a lot of time. I'm not gonna lie. I put a lot of time into this, but I really wanted to make it work. I didn't quite understand at the time the power of dropshipping. I definitely didn't understand at the time that this had the capability of letting me quit my job. That wasn't even something I'd considered. I really just thought, hey, it would be awesome if we could save a little bit extra every month, maybe just to pay down our mortgage a little faster, or save a little bit extra so that we could retire just maybe a little bit sooner than the average person. That was really all I wanted to do. But I was really surprised, right? That summer, we really doubled down, learned more about dropshipping, implemented some new strategies, and boom, sales really took off. And when they took off, I was like, wow. There was a certain point in the fall when I realized I was making enough money to make my mortgage payment every month. And this was an apartment in New York City, so it was not a cheap mortgage. And then later on that year, I was like, wow, I'm making more on eBay with dropshipping than I am at my 9-to-5 job. So then I started to think, like, can I quit my job? And I said, well, I've worked years to get to this point with my career, right? I went to undergrad for 4 years. I went to law school for 3 years. I went to multiple jobs before I found this job. And it was really hard to give all that up. So what I did was I started dropshipping on another marketplace, Amazon. And once I had both those streams coming in, and I had this YouTube channel, not much coming in from it, but something. I saw that there was at least some potential with YouTube. So I had those 3 streams coming in. That's when I really said, okay, I'm going to go for it. It was a huge risk, I thought, just because, working in a career that's an established career, I knew I could always somehow make things work. But this was being an entrepreneur. It's not as guaranteed, right? It's not as clear, the path, how you're going to be always making money. But since then, I've learned that there are so many opportunities for entrepreneurs. And if you're willing to take a little bit of a risk, there are huge opportunities. So it's been really exciting. I think it's one of the best decisions I ever made. And I'm really happy that I did it. So I remember kind of leading up to it, I still wasn't sure what I was going to do. And one day on my lunch break, I went out and I walked past this building that I used to like to walk past because it was the building that, I don't know if you know the YouTuber Casey Neistat. It's where he worked. It was 368 Broadway. And I would always look in to see if I saw him because he was kind of like inspiring because he was like this entrepreneur making videos on YouTube. And they had like a pop-up tattoo shop in there. And so anyone could go in there, just pay $100 for like this tattoo. And there was like 5 of them you could choose from. So on my lunch break, during lunch one day, I went in there, got this tattoo. I can't see it because I have a sweatshirt on, but it says action over intention, right? Which means it's not enough that you just want something. You have to take action on it. Otherwise, it doesn't count. So I got that tattoo, and literally like 2 weeks later, I quit my job. I didn't quit my job because of the tattoo, but it's kind of a cool reminder of that time. So yeah, that's how I quit my job. But that entire time, I just knew that I was doing something for my future. Whether that's retiring early or when I started to realize that, yeah, there's potential for me to quit my job, I had to really get more serious. And so I really doubled down. It was a lot of time. And I think what most people don't know about entrepreneurship is that in the beginning, it is such a commitment. You're going to put a lot of time in, but it is totally worth it. And if you're willing to make that short-term sacrifice for such a long-term benefit, that is what most people are not willing to do. So when people ask me really what separates successful entrepreneurs from unsuccessful ones, it's that. It's having the internal drive to push yourself through that point where most people will give up because they say, oh, this is just too much work for right now. If you're willing to push through that for just, you have that short-term discomfort, but what you're going to get out of it is the long-term benefits that most people will never get because they're never willing to do that work. But you have a choice right now. You can make that choice yourself. You can say, I know this is going to suck for 6 months, a year, maybe a couple years. But after that, it's going to be totally, totally worth it. And it didn't suck the whole time. I enjoyed a lot of my time. I enjoyed building my dropshipping businesses. I enjoyed interacting with all of you on YouTube, getting to know the community, becoming a part of the community, becoming a leader in the community. So, you don't even need all that, right? Just being part of a community and building something is really, really exciting. This is one of the most exciting things I've ever done was build an online dropshipping business because that is something that I never had ever done anything like that ever before. So yeah, in terms of time management, it's really just realizing that you have to put in the time and it's just a temporary discomfort for that long-term gratification. Cool. What's up, Sean? Thanks for being here. And I did notice during my spiel that I did have a super chat. So I wanted to give props to whoever gave me that super chat. Jay Walker, I'm not surprised. $2.01. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Be able to get some cookies for that. Okay. Where did I leave off? Oh, and that's because Scott gave a $1.99 super chat. Thank you for the Facebook Marketplace videos. I'm making progress. Congratulations, Scotch J. What do you think about Poshmark dropshipping? I know it's not allowed, but that hasn't stopped me before. I just haven't dived into it. All right. Now I'm all messed up where I left off. All right, it auto updated, so that's cool. Just send me an email then. Yeah, I would not trust Wish. I get a question a lot. If you've ever been to wish.com, check it out. It's one of those too good to be true websites where you just see awesome stuff for really cheap. So a lot of people ask me, hey, can I drop ship from Wish? Let's take a look at Wish, actually. Because obviously you can get some cheap stuff and you'll be able to mark it up. Oh, they're making me log in. Yeah, it's one of those too good to be true websites where I think it's a lot of just junk. Let me sign in here. Sign in with Facebook. Okay. All right. So let's see what kind of stuff. Oh, diamond rings for $2. Diamond ring for $2. Yeah. Oh, look, an Apple Watch Series 10 for $20. Come on, guys. So yeah, you don't want to be selling this stuff on anywhere because $2 for this watch, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Because what's going to happen is the customer is either not going to get it or they're going to get something that doesn't look anything like this. I'm pretty sure there's like a whole website where you can just see like what you were supposed to get on Wish and what you actually got. But yeah, I wouldn't trust it. All right. Okay. I'm just not sure where I left off in these messages, so I might just go to the bottom. I know I'm going to skip a bunch, but I apologize for that. Isn't Wish just a huge dropshipping site in itself? Yeah, that's the other point, is that a lot of these items are just coming from AliExpress anyway. But yeah, for some reason, I've just heard so many horror stories about people not getting their items. What is better, Facebook or eBay? So pros and cons to both for dropshipping. So with eBay, just selling on eBay in general, it's been around for so long. It's going to keep staying around. So in terms of, we know it's always going to be there because it's been there, okay? That says a lot. There's also a lot of that we've built up around it, a lot of software that works for dropshipping on eBay, so that's cool too. With Facebook, it's still so new, so we don't really know what direction it's heading in. Will the shipping option, will Facebook Marketplace still offer shipping, or is that going to change? Will they change their rules, right? We just don't know where Facebook is heading. With that said, it's a huge opportunity right now. There's so many people that are making a lot of money on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, it's a giant opportunity. And for new sellers, I think Facebook's a lot easier. Not that eBay's hard, but just Facebook is really, really simple to get started. So if people are asking me, I've been telling like people who have no experience, you could do either one, you could do both, but Facebook I think is really, really great for beginners. All right. How do we deal with customer service, returns, etc.? It's pretty simple. I mean, customer, you just have to respond to questions. Customer's always right. And returns are simple because they go right back to the supplier. So I still don't have to handle or touch the item myself. With dropshipping, they go right back to the supplier. My pleasure. Hey, what's up, Noah? Late Q&A. Yeah, I'm on the West Coast, so this is not too late for me, but I know it's late for my usual lives. So let's see. How do you find your products that you dropship? So I have a product research formula. So remember I mentioned before how when I quit my job, or when I started dropshipping that summer, things really took off. That's because I figured out how to do product research. And that product research technique, the cool thing about it is that it will always work because it adapts to the market just naturally. So that exact product research technique I teach for free in my free training, which is linked up in the description. It's like my free eBay training. Go ahead and check that out because that is exactly what I do and still do. Why do most people use Shopify? Do you mean Shopify for dropshipping? So Shopify is a website where you can, well, is a platform where you can build your own, your own website. And then it's basically your own e-commerce website where you sell your items. Now, the reason people do it is because, I mean, I love selling on marketplaces, but there are definitely benefits to Shopify dropshipping. I think it'd be fun. I think I might have a Shopify dropshipping expert on. I'm friends with a guy who does really well in Shopify, knows it really well. I want to have him on. Maybe we'll have a debate, marketplaces versus Shopify. I think that'd be fun. But I can tell you right now, with Shopify, you control a lot more. So your fees aren't going to be as high as they are on like eBay and Amazon. You don't have to deal with their rules. There's still rules you have to deal with, like with the credit card processing companies, but not as strict of rules as eBay and Amazon. But that also means you have to get traffic to the website. That's the challenging part. At what point do you think I should quit my part-time job and make between $40 and $120 every day from eBay dropshipping? So you got to first do the math yourself and look at your own risk tolerance. So if I pull up a calculator and we do, let's say, conservative $40 a day times 365 days a year. So that's $14,600 a year. So how much do you make at your part-time job? You know, if you put that time in to drop shipping, and do you think you'd be able to double that? And then you're at $29,000 a year. Is that enough for you to live on? Let's see. Let's say we can get you to $100 a day. Times 365 is obviously $36,000 a year. So you got to do the math and look at your own risk level. And then I don't know what your job is, but could you quickly get back to that job if things don't work out? So these are kind of the questions I would start to think about. All right, guys, I'm just going to answer a couple more questions and we are going to wrap it up. So if you have any final questions, I know I didn't get to all of them, so I apologize for that. We are, I can only answer so many questions during this time, but I'll try to answer one or two more. And I know I skipped a bunch here, so I do apologize. Let's see. How long do I usually leave a non-selling item before removing it? So it's usually about 2 months. So if I list an item and it hasn't sold at all within the first month, you could go ahead and change the title, maybe change the photo and description, and then see if it sells. But if you have too many items, then usually just wait 2 months and then delete it. That way it doesn't waste space in your store. Okay. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up there for the night. Thanks, everyone, for checking out the live stream. If I didn't get your question answered, then make sure to come back next week and ask your question during the next live Q&A. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys next week. Good night.